marriage.
All right, babe. We are this episode is kind of about tradition. And it's usually tradition that you ask me a question, but I'm going to ask you a question real quick. So, in keeping with the theme of traditions and stuff, and families get together, and how can traditions help strengthen your marriage?
Well, I think it's pretty simple with all that we've talked about. When you do things together, and especially when it comes to tradition, it creates those bonds. And so that's exactly what you're looking for in marriage, is hoping that you can create all these bonds and things that you look forward to doing together. So it's definitely something that can help in
Especially
a marriage.
if it's things that you enjoy doing together. Like there's certain things during certain holidays, I'm just not interested, but if you find something that you like to do together, then do it, and enjoy it. And it does bring that camaraderie together. And it's very important. Things you look forward to. This life can get very mundane and you can get stuck in a rut at times. And some of these different events in life, things that we've created for ourselves, as we've talked about, or things that are nation's traditions, national holidays and things like that, or religious holidays. Whatever you do, there's a lot of different things that we know are coming up and we get excited for and we prepare for, and that's fun. It can be.
And in our family, there's one big one, or maybe not big, but it's big to us. We enjoy it every week.
Every week.
It's our ice cream night, and that's kind of unique to our family. We hope to pass it on to others because, hey, I think it's a great thing to do.
Yeah. So did we want to talk about how that came about? So we were doing a Bible study years and years ago. Our kids were small, and we were going through Hebrews, and Hebrews 11 specifically, and the Hall of Faith, right? And so it's a fun chapter to go through, but to explain faith to a child was challenging, because they want to understand faith, and we're going through the stories. And as you go through the stories in Hebrews 11, you get an understanding of faith. Well, I was like, okay, the important thing for a Christian here is we have a good Father who doesn't lie, and he always tells the truth, and he makes a promise to us. And our promise is that if we believe in Jesus Christ, we get eternal life. Yeah. That's very simplistic, okay? That's at the simplistic level. And so all we do is we believe that, and we have a hope that is in heaven. So we have a faith, a hope, and what's the other one?
And with patience we wait.
With
because
patience,
the
that's
hope
right.
is yet to come. So.
And with patience and joy, we wait for this. And that's all there in Hebrews. Right. The faith, hope, patience, right there. And so specifically in Romans 11:11.
Hebrews 11.
Yes, I'm sorry. Hebrews 11:11, it states that Sarah, judged him faithful who hath promised. And that's really at the heart of a Christian is we don't see all these things. Yeah. And so we judge God faithful who hath promised. So I told the kids, hey, I am a good father, hopefully, and I make a promise and I'm going to keep it. I'm not going to tell you a lie. I'm going to keep my promises. And what if I promise that next week you're going to get ice cream? Would you believe that? And they say, well, yeah, sure. Yeah, why not? And so I'm like, on actually at the time, I think it was on Friday night or whatever it was, we're going to have ice cream. And you just have to wait for it, though. You have to wait patiently for it. And that's your hope. So the ice cream is actually your hope. And I'm the promise giver, and I'm going to keep my promise. You believe it and you wait patiently. And so I thought it was a good picture of what we were talking about. And so from then on, every Wednesday, well, we moved it a couple days, but from now on, it's on Wednesday, and we have ice cream night. And so we actually just talked about it this Wednesday to make sure, hey, does everyone know why we do this? So sometimes we don't talk about it. We don't do anything. We don't sit down and be like, okay, let's open up to Hebrews 11. Sometimes we just celebrate and eat ice cream. But then every once in a while, it's like, hey, guys, why do we do this? We don't want to get in a rut. And yes, it's fun and all that, but what is the reason behind it? And so we do that.
Yeah, it's good to remember what your traditions were originally about.
What they mean. So, or else we're just getting fat eating ice cream.
Right.
So yeah.
Yep. So that's one of the traditions that we've come up with that we've enjoyed through the years for a lot of years, actually.
Sure.
So, yeah.
So, what are some other examples of traditions you could start together? Obviously, this isn't exhaustive.
Right.
You can search around, and the fun thing is talking to other people and see what they do, and like, hey, I like that. And actually, this first one is something that we heard people doing, and we didn't do for many, many years because we didn't have anybody watch our kids. But we did it at home somewhat, and that is a date night, right?
Yep. And so I think it is good for couples, whether you have to do it at home in some kind of cool way, set it up at your house.
Bring dinner home and then just go into your bedroom and talk and do whatever and have the kids outside and doing whatever. I don't know. You got to be creative.
Right.
But date night, travel traditions you put down. I don't understand what you mean by travel traditions. I don't really like traveling.
Okay, well, I like to travel, but growing up, most every year around Thanksgiving or Christmas, sometimes we'd switch. We would go to Wisconsin and visit my family, my aunts and uncles, whatever. And so that was something I always looked forward to. So for me, that was a tradition that I really enjoyed.
And these other ones are traditions, but I don't know, like, are they really traditions? It depends on how you do them, like cooking and baking together. We always do that. I mean, that is
but
always.
like there are certain times where you have like...
Well, like New Year's Day. So we made that a special day for us.
Right.
And so we don't really celebrate Christmas. That's Elizabeth's birthday is on Christmas.
Yeah.
And so we moved a lot of that stuff to New Year's Day, and we just made it a big celebration of the new year. And we made everybody had to cook something, and they got lazy with it over the years. But, that was like something we looked forward to. We'd be in the kitchen cooking and eating everybody's food, and it was just a nice time. And that was something everyone looked forward to. I tried to change some of those traditions, and the kids won't have it. They're like, no, we have to make this, we have to make this. And so they look forward to very specific things. So, yeah.
Because it's nostalgic and it's what we've always done. You can't mess with it.
Yep, and I want to change it, and they don't want to.
So, and then I have one more, outdoor activities, which obviously depends on the season, but like in the summer, we like to swim,
right.
Or in the fall or winter, do bonfires.
Once again, I don't know how these are traditions. Like, I like to swim anytime in the summer.
But it could be that it comes to like, the opening of the pool or the opening of, the first bonfire of the year is like a big deal. I don't know.
These are examples. I get it. Right.
Like whatever you could come up with. But I mean, I remember a lot of fun times around a bonfire. And so it's like something we do. Now, maybe since it's not on a specific day or a specific whatever, I don't know, but whatever.
Maybe there's things that you do around a bonfire that are traditional.
Maybe. Yeah.
And so maybe the date isn't necessarily traditional, but maybe when you get around, you do s'mores.
Yeah.
Or maybe you sing songs, or maybe you tell stories, or it's your turn, Mom, to tell a story about when you were a kid, or Dad, something like that. Be creative about it. But I think those things are very important for marriage.
Yeah.